I showed the strategy I used to make $160,000 in 1 month on this market. Your results may vary. Hey everyone, my name is Lucas and today we're going to talk about how I made $160,000 using one setup. This setup is based on one indicator and one market, and I'll show you how it works step by step. So what's the idea? We've got a 1-minute chart here and everything happens pretty quickly on this time frame. We choose a pair, either Bitcoin or Ethereum, but in this case, we need Bitcoin. And forget in not being over dependent a one bit. This indicator, this is what we're going to use for our signals. It's called Williams fractals, so we select it. Here we start getting small triangles on the chart. If the triangle is green, we place a trade going down. If the triangle is red, we place a trade going up. After that, we just wait for the round to finish. There's no leverage here, you only have two options, up or down, that's it. We're simply predicting whether the chart is going to move higher or lower, and that's exactly how we make money here. But the indicator is required. You can see it right here. The red signal just appeared. So now we get ready to place the trade. This round is about to end and we're entering the next round with an up position because the red triangle just appeared. Here we enter the position, $600 going up for 1 minute. And now we just wait for the round to finish. We're following the strategy, sticking to proper risk management and entering with only 10% of our total balance. Now we just stay patient and wait for the trade to close. Alright, the trade closes in profit, $736. So the strategy clearly works. The most important thing is following proper risk management and not rushing when trying to make money. If you stick to the same process and do exactly what I do, everything will work out. Now let's keep going and wait for the next signal. Here we get a signal telling us to place a trade going down. Remember this, green triangle means down, red triangle means up. But this time we don't have enough time to enter the round, so we skip this one and wait for the next signal. Alright, now we get a new signal. We place $600 going up because we have a red triangle. Perfect, the trade is now open and all that's left is waiting for the round to finish. The round is almost over and the trade closes in profit, $252. Alright, let me show you one final signal before we wrap this up. And don't forget about risk management. Always use only 10% of your total balance. Here comes another signal, so let's try to enter this one. We place 10% of our balance, predicting that the chart is going to move up. And now we just wait for the round to finish. Alright, we closed the final trade in profit, $228. Our strategy works, so try it for yourself. Everything here is actually very simple. Here's my full statistics. The win rate is over 77%. Of course, there are losses too, but in the long run, if you enter trades with only 10% of your balance, you can stay consistently profitable. Alright, now let's go ahead and withdraw everything we made today. First, we need Tether, so let's type that in right here. Now we choose TRC. After that, we need Solana, so we go ahead and select it here. Then we simply choose our wallet. We don't need to withdraw the maximum amount right now. Instead, we're just going to withdraw $1,000 for this example. Everything looks good. Continue. And now all we have to do is wait for the confirmation code to arrive. This usually takes just a moment. Alright, here comes the code. Perfect. Now let's go over to the wallet and wait for the funds to arrive. As you can see, the strategy clearly works. I've already made $160,000 using this method, so make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and write in the comments whether this worked for you or not. I'm actually curious to know your results. Let's refresh everything and check if the money comes through. Their withdrawals are usually very fast, so honestly, there are almost never any issues with this part. That's one of the reasons I like using this platform. And there we go, the funds have already arrived. Everything went through successfully. So keep following the strategy and let me know in the comments if it worked for you. Honestly, I think even a complete beginner can understand how this works. You can literally see the statistics for yourself. The win rate on this strategy is 77.5%. Of course, there are losses too. That's completely normal, but in the long run, the system stays profitable. So make sure to take advantage of it. Personally, I trade on Force Market. You can use other platforms too if you want, but I recommend this one because it offers a 1-minute chart. Not many platforms actually have a 1-minute chart available. Withdrawals here are fast, execution is simple, and overall, I really like using it. I already have 2 accounts here myself. So subscribe, leave a like, and write your results in the comments. And most importantly, always think carefully about your money. Never trade more than 10% of your balance. That's it for today. Good luck everyone, and see you next time.